Okay guys, so this is just a quick video on your investment. Like what I told you in class, right? The only thing that I buy is called the S&P. So you can just Google about them, right? You can see that the S&P average return is about 10.5% ever since 1920, right? That means it's about 100 years already, right? And for the past 40 years, same thing, right? What's the average return for the S&P for the past 40 years? About 9.4%, somewhere around 10%, right? Depending how they calculate that, right? But basically, it doesn't mean that every year they rise 10%, right? But if you put in for 10 years, on average, you will get 100%. That's what they're saying. Because some years they can get 20%, some years minus 5, some years 25, some year minus 10, stuff like that. But at the end of 10 years, usually about 100%. So this is something like what I told you. This is the way to grow your wealth long term. Okay. So also a quick recap. How do I buy my S&P? So first thing first, we do not buy the SPY because SPY is more expensive. Usually we buy the VOO, right? So both the charts looks the same, right? You can see that this is called the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. The SPY is called the S&P 500 ETF, right? Same thing. But usually when we do analysis, we do it on the SPY. Okay. So how do we buy? Basically, I will show you how I DCA in. Okay. So DCA means every month you buy, or every month when it comes to a place you try to buy. Okay. The first step to me is called determine what market are we in. Okay, and to do that you have to use MA100 on SPY. So I'll show you what does that mean, right? So now can you see that I'm on a day chart, not hourly but day, because I'm doing investment. So I'll go to indicators, type MA, right? I'll insert and change it to a MA100, right? MA100. Which is this. Okay, step one, determine what market are we in. So I'll use 2021 as an example first, after that 2022. Right, so 2021, can you see that as long as it is, if SPY is above MA100, we call it a bull market. If SPY is below MA100, we call it a non-bull market. All right, so in 2021, obviously, if you take a look at January, this is January, right? February is here, right? Since the start of the year, the market is already in a bull market, right? Because it's above the MA100. So if it's above the MA100, right? Bull market DCA. Okay, very simple. In a bull market, you DCA every time it comes to MA50 or lower. So this is the bull market method, right? So MA50, what is that? Basically, I'll change this length from 100 to 50, right? So I will be buying every time it touches the blue line, right? You can see that this is in January. If you look at the cursor, right? February, March, May, June, July, September. Look at the orange color circle. Isn't that literally the best price of the month, right? I'm timing my entries. So some of my friends, like what I told you, they are buying randomly. They are buying here because they don't know how to read a chart. They just randomly DCA. They are buying here. Sometimes they buy the same as me because it's random. Sometimes they buy here, right? So can you compare the black circles and the orange one? If I am buying using the orange circles, my average price and my entry price is so much better than you, right? Every time I would say maybe even 1% cheaper than you. If you just compound that by the entries, my returns will be so much more than you in the long run. All right. So same thing. Now 2021 is done, right? 2022. So you can see that if SPY is below MA100, it's called a non-bull market. I'll change this back to 100. Take a look at 2022 until today. This is, if you look at the cursor below, this is actually 19 January 2022. On 19 January, the SPY actually went below the S&P, the MA100. So this is called a non-bull market situation, right? When it's a non-bull market, you can't use the method of MA50. Why? I show you where's the MA50, right? The MA50 is this. Imagine you buy every time it comes to the MA50, you are literally buying here, 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 here. You are literally buying at the highest price, right? And the price keeps dropping lower and lower. So what we do in a non-bull market, okay, non-bull market, two methods. First method is called EMA 20 rubber band 6 to 7%. Second method is called VIX Heat 36. Alright. So I will go to an hourly chart, easier for you to see, because when we play EMA 20, we are typically using the hourly chart. Alright. So EMA 20 rubber band basically is very oversold. So from what I know, SPY usually the percentage is about 6 to 7%. What does that mean? Right? So if I zoom in a little bit, take a look at this thing here. From here to here, this is about 7.8%. Right? This is definitely somewhere I will be buying, maybe not at the extreme bottom, but somewhere here I will start to purchase in. Right? So I will buy here on this day. Similarly, here, right, this is super far away, right? I will say this is already 6 to 7%. I will also be buying here. I will never ever buy here or here or here, right? Where else will I buy? I might be buying here, because if you take a look from here to here, this is about 6%, right? This is already in May. What else? Right, in May, since I bought already, if I want, I can buy more, maybe somewhere here, because you can see that, not that because it recovered, but because at this point, you can see that this is already 7%, right? What else? I have also bought it here, somewhere around here, maybe not at the extreme low. I bought at 370 or 369, because at this point here, same thing, I saw that it was about 7%, right? It dropped even lower a little bit, but I don't really care. And this is where we are today. So take a look at the black color circles. Those are where I will buy using the first method, right? EMA 20 rubber band. Every time it's overextended, I will buy, because you want to be buying at a red day, at a good month. You can see all my entries are literally, one of the best for that month, right? So in July and August, I have not bought anything at all, because they are not what I want them to see. Second way is called VIX Heat 36. Okay, VIX Heat 36. So VIX Heat 36 is, if I take a look at the VIX chart, since this year, right, you can see that this is 24 February, it hit 36. It hit 36 on 7 March. It hit 26 on 2nd May, right? So these are the days I will buy as well, right? Where is 24th February, 7th March, and so on and so forth, right? Let me show you. 24th February, I think it will be here if you look at the cursor. 7 March, I think it will be here, right? 7 March. Can you see that every time after you buy, the market rally? Every time you buy, the market rally even higher, right? 2nd May also. 2nd May, where's 2nd May? 2nd May is approximately here, right? After you buy, the market rally, right? Just that it dropped lower, nobody will know. Who knows, it might have just, went higher. So every time when VIX hit 36, you could be buying as well. So in a bull market, you usually average up. In a bear market, you must average down, right? And the game plan is called buy and hold for 20, 30 years. Treat it as a long-term investment. Zoom out,